Alright, hey guys, what's going on? This is HobFoote, and we're back with some more The Wolf Among Us. And we're going to jump back in. We left off where there was the save, so I wanted to start from the main menu here, rather than just kind of jumping in. That way we know uh, exactly what's going on and when, and I don't miss anything like recording and trying to hit the pause at the right time and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I think we're getting close to the end or something. I'm not sure. Maybe we're farther away than I think we are. But I mean that's most likely. But before we jump in it, we got some extras that I want to check out. We got some Book of Fables, which of course we are missing some. Oh, we are in chapter 5. Okay, I thought we were. So we got some things to look at. Oh, she lost her head. Vivian's story, The Girl with the Ribbon. This was super gross. I've never heard of this story ever before. I'm wondering, if some of these weren't just made up for this game. It would seem most likely. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. Oh, the ribbon had the spell on it. Okay. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. Ouch. Man, it's human. Well, I don't know about fables. Maybe it's fable nature too. So when there's something that's like, hey, don't do it. It's like, well, I want to do it. If you'd have never said don't do it, I'd have never thought. But now you say don't do it, and I want to do it. And I tried to remove Narcissa's. I don't fucking remember what her name was. The Little Mermaids one. I was just gonna go up and do it. She freaked out, and that's okay. That makes more sense now. Let's see. The Puddin' and Pie. Vivian and Georgie's place. Vivian and Georgie met during the exodus from the homelands, and they helped each other survive the long journey to the mundane world. Upon their arrival, however, they found it hard to make a decent living. With what little money they had, they opened the Puddin' and Pie. Operating a strip club may not have been the most desirable occupation, but they figured it was better to be in charge of a place like this than be forced through desperation to work at one. Yeah, you can't. If you can't beat them, own everyone else. And then you beat them. I don't know. It's a weird acronym thing. Winterwolf. Bigby's mother. Oh, okay. Is this a real... I don't remember learning anything about this. In the game that we were just playing, Bigby's mother, Winter, fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf clubs. What? But he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter. Heartbroken and alone, she tried to care for her cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Bigby, but as the runt of the litter, he was often teased by his older brothers. Okay. After Winter's death, Bigby's siblings went in search of their father, but Bigby stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day until he was large enough to confront his father and finally make him pay for the pain he caused his family. Holy shit, is this real? I've never heard this before. That would explain the huff and the puff and the wind thing. I thought, well, that's ridiculous, but I guess this makes a little more sense. I wonder whatever happened to his brothers. Not seen anything about them. I mean, he turned out pretty big. I don't know if that, is small for the type of wolf thing that he is. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but anyway, don't think too hard. Whoa! Ah! There he is. The big bad wolf. Bigby's true form. Bigby's true form is that of a giant, 8-foot-tall wolf. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. Well, isn't that interesting? Again, I guess that makes sense, I guess. Ah, this chick. Ouch. Ugh. Ouch. Bloody Mary, part of the job. Mary's loyalty, part of the job. Bloody Mary began working for the Crooked Man many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased, as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Man to the death. Mostly because she finds it fun. Interesting. I don't know if I said this before, but she looks just, minus all the glass in the blood. Well, maybe. She was pretty emo. It looks like this girl I used to work with. It's crazy. That'd be just like her. And I guess all we've got. Alright. We got new player choices to look at. I kind of want to save those for the end, though. So let's do achievements. What do we got here? We got a grumpy pig. Meh. I'm a grumpy pig. A silver bullet. Was there a silver bullet in the last one? I don't remember that. I wonder how you get these. There's always one achievement. Obviously, there's like you do this or you do that, and obviously, I've done one and not the other for everything, so I'm missing some achievements here. I love that picture. And this one too. That's a pretty cool picture. Anyway, let's play our game. Let's play our game, shall we? Continue. We should be entering an office, I think is where we left off. So let's see if we enter right there or whether it takes us. Oh no, this is it. Wolf eyes. They call me Wolfie. 0 days without an accident.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets.
That's a good reason not to.
Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark.
Let's see if I can not hit him.
Rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you?
I wish I knew throughout the game that I didn't have to
I should point out a few things.
hit people if I didn't want to.
Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
Okay.
Right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
That seems dangerous.
And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that?
I don't think they'll want to kill him as much as Bigby thinks
There's no
he
reason
does.
for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Seems like a smart precaution.
Murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking
Doesn't mean he wasn't,
to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point.
Okay.
But just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless.
Everyone's afraid of the big bad wolf.
Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
It's about Fabletown.
Protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Dawdle. Nice. I love that word.
Looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
Yeah.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to
Would
keep
you
you
cuff him?
around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
What happened to the gun? I didn't see him pick it up. It's all a little convoluted in the grand scheme of things.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
That's the community, huh?
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
I'm fine.
Nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
No one trusts Bigby
I'm
now.
just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get
Those
off?
poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done
Some
for
trial,
her
huh?
like this? You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone? Can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where
I
is
killed him.
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's
That
no
doesn't
need
change
for this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Oh yeah, we kind of do this. Insist. You're in handcuffs.
You
we get to
charged with
insist.
the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding
Twice.
and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And for being a condescending prick.
Now, is there anything you would like to
That is
say?
just fun to say.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell
Stop
you
the
didn't.
charade. We know you're an...
Everyone
on.
just shut up for a minute.
He
You
gets
wanted
to
a
speak
chance to
too.
talk. Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, Upon which, your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs!
That's
So
right.
let's get on
but
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
That's right. Justice for all and all that stuff, I guess.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White.
Let me patient talk.
I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting.
How does that eye not get infected?
Those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit!
truth.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the
He
matter.
clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
It was a trap, yeah, for sure.
Helpful, you were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end.
I like his, like,
They
pimp
do it
chains he's
because
got
they want
going
to
on.
protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that.
I don't know what
Let me explain this to
things to
My employees
pick
are
some of
just
these.
that. Hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there.
Side note, I don't want to talk over what he's saying. This is why it's so difficult to prosecute and prove and charge for indentured servitude-esque type situations. Why they're so dangerous to have around. I really appreciate that they're engaging in this theme here with this game. That doesn't get explored well enough. You know, it's kind of like, oh, you can do whatever you want in life, but can you really, though? Because, you know, you gotta at least do well enough in life to not be, you know, dead. So, it's kind of like that, which I think is interesting. Not enough things explore that, I think. Anyway, back to the game.
I was there to look out for you,
Yes, but...
wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you made it too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I
said that,
made
but
some mistakes.
you got mad at me.
Believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
We'll just do better.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of here, crooked man.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over.
Yeah,
And those
I look like
girls
the genie.
will have their justice.
I'm gonna stand here with my arms crossed. Yeah, I don't know how this suddenly turned into we're all against him, but,
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
Well, by that logic,
Yeah, I don't
Miss
trust
White
him.
should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder.
oh, damn it.
You know, Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me! It was them! And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened, right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh,
Man, this is messy.
Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Okay, we're gonna end it there, and you're gonna have to just come back for the next time because we were at our limit. We were past it, and this is messy. I don't know when this is gonna end. It'll probably be like 3 more sentences, and it'll be like, oh, back to the thing. Anyway, so yeah, we're done with that. We'll leave you on a cliffhanger for next time, and yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys hanging out here on the Bradcat channel, and hit the thummies or the subby if you want to. Have any questions, comments, letters of resignation, or other such queries, you can leave those down in the comment section below. We'll get back to you ASAP. Or if you want to talk to us directly and have more conversation, you can either find me on Twitter at HobFoote, HobFoote. We can talk about this game, other games, how fucked up it is that there's things in the world where this happens, and, you know, social injustices and all that good stuff, and economic injustices. Or we can just be like, hey, have you seen this anime? You should watch it. And I like that too. You should definitely recommend me anime. Or I can give you an anime. Actually, I don't watch enough to really probably recommend stuff. It's probably like the same stuff everybody's seen. Anyway, not the point. If you want to keep up with everything happening on the Bradcat Network, you can follow us at Bradcat Media on Twitter as well. And anytime Any affiliate of ours does anything anywhere in our network, it gets posted there. So you should definitely follow that if you want to stay up with every little thing we're doing. Anytime somebody streams, anytime we as a group stream, anytime Tales from the Tidewater is going live and streaming, or there's a new episode for anything out, it gets posted there. So you should definitely follow that. And that's it for me. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and peace out, Girl Scouts.